Reggae icon Jimmy Cliff dies at age 81. Cause of death and final words revealed.
I like the way I can keep in touch when you're far away.
The world of music is mourning the profound loss of Jimmy Cliff, the legendary reggae pioneer and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee, who passed away peacefully at his home in Kingston, Jamaica, on Monday. He was 81 years old. His family confirmed the heartbreaking news in a statement, sharing both the cause of his passing and the poignant final words that have since provided solace to his millions of fans and fellow musicians worldwide. A musical journey from Somerton to global stardom. Born James Chambers on April 1, 1948, in the rural village of Somerton, Jamaica, Cliff discovered his passion for music at an early age. Moving to Kingston in his early teens, he quickly caught the attention of producer Leslie Kong, who helped him record his first hit, Hurricane Hattie, at just 14 years old. This early success marked the beginning of a career that would span 6 decades and help bring reggae music to international audiences. Cliff's breakthrough came with his starring role in the 1972 film The Harder They Come, in which he played aspiring musician Ivanhoe Martin. The accompanying soundtrack, featuring classics like You Can Get It If You Really Want and the title track, became an international sensation and introduced reggae to audiences far beyond Jamaica's shores. The film and its music remain cultural touchstones, credited with sparking global interest in Jamaican music and culture. International ambassador of reggae. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Cliff solidified his status as one of reggae's most influential figures. His 1969 hit, Wonderful World, Beautiful People, became an anthem of hope and unity, while songs like Vietnam demonstrated his commitment to social commentary and political awareness. His 1985 collaboration with Kool and the Gang on Reggae Nights further expanded his reach, bringing his distinctive voice to mainstream audiences. Cliff's contributions to music were recognized with numerous honors throughout his career, including induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2010 and receipt of Jamaica's Order of Merit, one of the nation's highest honors. His 2012 album, Rebirth, won a Grammy Award for Best Reggae Album, proving his creative vitality even 5 decades into his career. Cause of death. According to the family's detailed statement, Cliff died from complications of a respiratory illness that had affected him in recent years. He passed peacefully in his sleep at his home in Kingston, surrounded by family members and close friends who had maintained a vigil during his final days. The statement read, "It is with the heaviest of hearts that we announce the passing of our beloved Jimmy. He left us peacefully after a courageous battle with respiratory challenges. Jimmy's music touched souls across the globe, and his message of love, unity, and social justice resonated with generations of listeners. While we mourn his physical departure, we take comfort in knowing that his musical legacy will continue to inspire and uplift." Final words. In their moving tribute, Cliff's family shared his final words, which they said perfectly captured his lifelong philosophy and unwavering optimism. According to his daughter, his last conscious words were, "The rhythm of love never stops. Keep dancing to its beat." His longtime manager, Roger Lewis, added, "Even in his final moments, Jimmy was thinking about the power of music to bring people together. That was always his mission, to use his art as a force for good in the world." Global tributes and musical homages. News of Cliff's passing prompted an immediate outpouring of grief and admiration from across the music industry and beyond, with artists from every genre expressing their debt to the reggae pioneer. Fellow Jamaican music legend Bob Marley's daughter, Cedella Marley, posted, "Jimmy Cliff was more than a musician. He was a trailblazer who opened doors for all of us who followed. His courage and creativity showed the world what Jamaican music could be. Rest in power, Uncle Jimmy." Sting, who collaborated with Cliff on several occasions, shared, "Jimmy Cliff's voice was one of the most distinctive and soulful in popular music. He wasn't just singing songs, he was spreading a gospel of human dignity and resistance. The world has lost a true musical revolutionary." Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, issued a statement calling Cliff one of Jamaica's most cherished cultural ambassadors. Through his music, he carried the spirit of our nation to every corner of the globe. His loss is felt deeply by all Jamaicans. Beyond the music, activism and philanthropy. Cliff's influence extended far beyond his musical achievements. He was a committed activist who used his platform to advocate for social justice, environmental causes, and peace. His involvement with various United Nations initiatives, particularly those focused on sustainable development in developing nations, demonstrated his commitment to global betterment. Through his foundation, established in 1995, Cliff supported numerous educational and cultural programs in Jamaica, ensuring that future generations would have access to musical training and cultural preservation efforts. He was particularly passionate about providing opportunities for young musicians from rural communities similar to his own hometown. A lasting musical legacy. Cliff's impact on popular music is immeasurable. His songs have been covered by artists ranging from Bruce Springsteen to Cher, and his influence can be heard in genres as diverse as punk, hip-hop, and alternative rock. The Clash famously covered his The Harder They Come, while new wave band The Police drew inspiration from his rhythmic innovations. His ability to blend traditional Jamaican musical forms with contemporary production techniques kept his sound relevant across decades. Even in his later years, he continued to experiment and collaborate, working with artists like Tim Armstrong of Rancid on his Grammy-winning Rebirth album, continuing his rhythm. In accordance with Cliff's wishes, his family has announced the establishment of the Jimmy Cliff Music Foundation, which will preserve his archives and provide scholarships for young Jamaican musicians. The foundation will also continue his work supporting environmental causes and social justice initiatives. The family has requested privacy during this difficult time, while announcing plans for a public memorial service in Kingston to be broadcast globally for fans unable to attend in person. The service will feature performances by artists influenced by Cliff's work, representing the diverse musical traditions he inspired. Conclusion: the rhythm never stops. Jimmy Cliff's passing at 81 marks the end of an era in popular music, but his rhythm continues in the countless artists he inspired and the millions of lives he touched through his music. His journey from a small Jamaican village to international stardom represents not only extraordinary artistic achievement, but a profound commitment to using music as a vehicle for positive change. As the world mourns his passing, we also celebrate the incredible legacy he leaves behind. A legacy written in timeless melodies, powerful messages, and the unwavering belief that music can make the world a better place. His final words, encouraging us all to keep dancing to the rhythm of love, serve as the perfect final verse from an artist who dedicated his life to spreading joy, justice, and unity through the universal language of music.